All right, folks, we are trying something new here. This is not going to be for everybody. So if you're into tactical battles, this is not it. This is just the campaign playthrough. And my initial plan, and it will probably last about as long as, most World 8 plans is not very long. But my plan is to do some videos that just do the tactical videos for that audience. And hold on here. Hold on. And then do the campaigns for the others who want to see the campaign level stuff. It is true. I don't think there's any doubt that certainly there is a lot more to be seen at the campaign level than there used to be. So yeah, we'll definitely try to bring you some of that. I know that there's some chicanery going on out here in the west. I shouldn't play at 5 times speed because this is always how I make accidents happen. But yeah, so that's that. Over here, who are we bullying? Yeah, we bullied the Army of Indiana. Alright, I'm still going. I don't know what everybody else thinks the best perk is. My first perk is always Flying Column. It just seems to do so much more than a lot of the other ones. Alright, we're still gathering our forces here. The overview is like this. We're almost outnumbered 2-1. No big surprise. I think I guess they're trying to show the casualties. It makes sense is that you've taken less, so the slider is more in your direction. That makes sense. Yeah, that's that. This Department of the West has just grown by leaps and bounds. I can't even match it with these two armies. It's got 9,000, so we got 23,000. They got, you know what? If it really is just 23,000, I might actually take that on. I thought it was like 33,000 last time I looked at it. I was like, geez, I can't even beat this with 2 armies. So, yeah, the plan is to just push with Florida State Militia. No. Florida State Militia, once it gets beefy, is going to go up to Louisville. Army of Tennessee is going to try to get into Cincinnati, keep it, and then come back to Louisville, and then maybe look to push the Army to Tennessee, because that's a pretty beefy target. And I'm going to continue probably ignoring the Navy for a while. Finances, this is what it looks like. Yeah, I don't think there's more to that story. I still don't like how closely paired the economies go, but doesn't really matter. What I'm working on, I think, is military too, because after I did that video that showed kind of, military subsidies have a lot of use, a lot of recursive use too. It seemed to make more sense to do that one kind of early. Mulling over what I want to do. Subsidy funding, infrastructure reform. Yeah, I kind of like that one. It was either going to be that one or it's going to be weapons production. So actually, let me see here. What do we got? We still have no reboard muskets. That is annoying. That is really annoying. Nonetheless, I'll give these guys. We'll give them Mississippi. Why not? So, knowing that, I'm gonna try to see if I can get weapons production moving along. So we got our list of perks over here. Weapon production, 1 weapon production. Weapon production 1. Oh, weapon production efficiency plus 5%. I don't know if that was money well spent or not. Maybe I should just plug it into infrastructure reform. I did do... Where is it? I did do legacy rifles. So I think the next one ought to be, I would say, Confederate rifles. At least that's what I'm thinking. I think they're quite good, and then I think I'm gonna. I don't know. I don't know what I'll do with artillery and other things later, but I'm not really, as usual, caring too much about the Navy. Unlike me, I'm not even caring about the artillery. Usually I do care, but it's just in terms of priorities. We have numbers, and so I want to get them pretty well armed. I also want to get some better cav numbers and just go. I think just skip the first cav carbines and just go right to medium range carbines because these are really where it is at. Why do they not? Huh. I thought in the past I actually told you what these were. I think they were Jocelyn's and Maynard's and all the rest, but whatever. I know in here before there's some IIP issues, so you get all these economy alerts. One of the solutions I think is to try to build markets. Well, it is a solution. They say that they've fixed the bug where these things are actually going to be built now. There we go. It actually did work. That's pretty cool. Glad that worked. But there's a whole bunch of IIP economy alert stuff in this area. Railroads are not immediately in the offing because we just spent a ton of money on other things trying to get weapons production up. But I think from now on I gotta focus on getting the IIPs running, getting some railroads up and moving along. Yeah, we're running a lot of debt and it's getting expensive, but we gotta be kind of all right with that. How did these guys get down here? Why am I asking you? Alright, well, we're just gonna have to let that go through. Right, it can't be everywhere, so hopefully they'll get out of there in time. The markets are like $1 million a pop. That's rough. Union has 3-year contracts. Good for them. Whoa, what are we running into here? 15,000. 15,000, that's 30,000. 17. 27. I guess we got to be okay with this. I just hope all mine kind of show up together. Alright, gotta speed up a little bit here. So this might end up being a very short video, or I may just combine it with the battle and then I'll just put the markers in the video. Alright, it looks like we are gonna go for it. Or they're gonna go for it. Somebody's gonna go for it. I can't tell if these guys are chasing. They look like they are. Which is kind of concerning, because if they catch the Army of the Northwest, they're definitely going to beat them. We got to get these guys moving at the double here. I don't know how an army that small is moving that quickly, considering this army. Oh, there we go. We're on the railroads now. That is good news. So we should pull away. And then we'll link up over there and try to come back and deal with the Department of Ohio. And even at 5 times speed, we're... Oh, they're just falling... I don't know what's going on there. Alright, so we are going to have a battle, as it happens. 22,000 of us. Jeez, 27, 28,000 of them. Whew. What is new? So we got 23,000. I guess it's actually not as bad as the last battle. Last battle, I think it was also outnumbered by 6,000, but I only had 12,000 to start off with, so the relative difference is less significant here. But I think we had even numbers of artillery now. I think we're outnumbered 2-1. All right, good. So we're back on. Well, I don't know if it's good, but we're on Antietam, and I have to attack. All right. And they're holding the Sunken Road and the Dunkard Church. So stop me when this all sounds familiar. We don't have very far we can deploy either. So it's going to take me a while. I would love to do something clever, but not sure I know anything like that. Okay. All right, so I'll get it set up and then I'll bring it back. All right, so I'm bringing you back in before I've actually done all that, but my initial plan is to send one force down here. I know you shouldn't divide your forces and all the rest, but, you know, I'm going to do it. Send the other one up here, and then the plan, I think, is to actually meet up and around here. I think those two roads will meet up somewhere around here and then press in this way. It's a bit of an uphill fight, but if we can get the trees to screen that advance, there is this stone wall down here by the Dunkard Church, and just come through the woods behind it. It should be the least exposed route, and I don't really have anything else. I'm not sure what else to do because it's pretty open terrain, and so I think we just kind of gotta find out where they are and try to maximize against them while they're spread out. All right, I will pause you because there's gonna be a lot of moving. So our Cav scouts here have showed us how they're aligned. They're aligned in that kind of east-west axis, and they're looking south, which kind of dovetails with the here. We'll go ahead and play the initial movements. I do want to find out how far these lines extend. Oh, they see me already. Well, that makes sense. Here, there's not a lot of great space for this artillery. All right, I got to get these all. We ought to do this. By functional type here. We're going to bring them up there. I don't know, maybe swing the arty around there. I don't think there's any cav. So that should be it for them. All right, this artillery. Not sure what I'm going to do with them either. All right, we're going to send Anderson's cav out just to scout that right. We're going to send Stewart up. Actually, we shouldn't send Stewart up. Actually, you know what? I may just send everyone, or both those cav units, up to the right. All right. Let's see if they feel the pressure of everything moving to their left. Or their right, I guess, my left. I don't yet seem to have it. All right. So we're moving there. Are we stuck in the river here? We are a little stuck. All right, I'm going to keep you paused because we're still a little slow. All right, so the ride around is just about complete. From the cat, at least. I don't know if that's going to hurry them up or not. How do you get stuck so far back? Anyhow, or at least this cab is, they have a lot of folks over here near the Roulette Road and all the rest. They don't seem to have yet detected that we're building up on the left. I have these guys set to short range. I think we're just going to run in and shoot if that ends up being what it is. But the parent brigades, I just set them all to short range. I don't know what happened there. But that is going to be my plan going in. I just want to see how it goes. All right, we're going to get these guys bombarding. Yeah, right about there. It's fine. All right, they're still trying to move up. my foot almost yanked cord out of this headset. Alright, Johnson is getting around very slowly. I think at this point it just makes more sense to have him issue orders from over here. Here, we're going to ride up to the Miller farm and around, and I'm not sure what they're doing, to be honest, but I know what I want to do. Here, we'll start trying to make this look a little prettier. I'll get rid of those. Okay. Oh, so these are the guys who were engaged in that last battle, which means my full force is not here. This is a heck of a time to realize that. How long? How long? Holy moly. No. Maybe that is everyone. Whoops. It's an annoying way to close out. Gotta close out the HQ, then put that down. Alright. So yeah, we are big time outnumbered. I don't know how tired these guys are. That'll fix. But my hope is to maybe hit this part first. I'm really not sure what my plan is here. It's very much a wing. Now, if we have Merrill carbines, that's decent news. But I don't think... Got Merrill carbines with both. 300 yards, mediocre, 9 rounds a minute. Yeah, it's fine. Okay, we'll get this battery up and running. That's unfortunate. It looks like they are refusing that flank. Rightly, by the way. That's what they should do. Still. Here, we'll get these units. Huh. Alright, so incredibly, they move back just far enough to be out of range of that one gun. I don't think that's what they were trying to do. I think that really was just as it happened. I'd like to find a way to get them to attack me. I don't think they're going to oblige. They are. The one thing that is nice is they're kind of all circled up, which usually portends that something bad is going to happen. The issue is in this game, when I've done it in the past, it actually works out really effectively for the AI, because they just wheel to meet you, and even if you plow off some of the lead groups, they just continue to shoot you. And as long as they're like any part of their unit is touching the fortifications, this was now 2 or 3 updates ago, they'll still get cover bonuses, and so you will be it'll be hard to beat them. All right, Johnston. Yeah, we're gonna move him over here. Move Pond Jr. over here. Oh, you know, maybe they were there the whole time. I'm pretty sure I just put these batteries far too close. But whatever. Here, let's see how this goes. Call for skirmishers. Sure, we'll say 30 yards. It's actually a fine target. Let's go here between them. We're missing someone. Someone somewhere. How are we? Alright. Yeah, they definitely don't have Merrill carbines. Springfield musket. Well, I mean, if you saw the previous battle video, you know what they have. They're generally some decent units, but what we're going to do is we're not going to move them over there. Ugh. These guys are stuck? Come on. Alright, we're going to send these skirmishers up. Want them to get their scouts back with them. It's not really what I wanted them to do, but it'll work. Alright, I guess they didn't get the order in time. How ready are we? Tiring. Alright, most of these units look like they're ready to roll, so I think we're going to have to just roll with who we have. I really wish these two in the back. Alright, they're at least rested, so that's okay. Winded. I guess I can deal with winded. No. I want the skirmishers. Because my idea is to try to get up, push through up here, so that they're far away from any of their cover modifiers, and just get on them. Okay, they know to move up. I don't know if they know to move up. Alright, this is Pawns Infantry, so we're going to try to bring these guys kind of like here to engage that that artillery. Let's see, we're going to move these guys down through here, down through here, send them in loose. This could be one of those things that go pretty disastrously. Come on, get up there. Again, all we need them to do is kind of just lay low. Alright, these guys are moving up here. They know what to do, they're moving up there, that's good. Alright, let's get them over there. Let's get them over there. I think the element of surprise is like thoroughly gone at this point. Okay, you need need to move up. I don't know, maybe you can do something from over here. I feel like those trees are really going to be in the way. All right. We'll move Anderson's brigade up here. How are we doing overall? Not too bad yet. Okay, we'll get them down and loose. Where is Johnston? See, Pond's over there, so we're gonna move him there. Buckner's really got to beat feet to make it and make it worth it. But you can see they're just stacked up and ready to shoot. Whoa, what are we doing here, man? Get in there. Yeah, these guys we want to shoot. Those guys we want to shoot. Pretty much all the above there. I don't know how my poor cavalry's doing over here. Hope I didn't get them into too much trouble, but it looks like I might have. Not sure what. Alright, we got that high rate of fire, so we want to get in close and use it. Whoopsie. I say that a lot. One of the many good reasons I never did this. Okay, we'll get that battery up. Try to get that battery up. That might be too ambitious for its actual, what its actual range is going to look like. My hand is cold for some reason. All right. Okay, these guys are up. Let's have them bombard. Actually, that's fine. That's actually pretty good. I guess these guys. Oh, that is where I told them to move. All right. So we'll have them do their thing here. They're holding a lot in reserve. I kind of thought would be good for us, but it might actually not be. I guess we're not doing that short range thing anymore. I guess that's come off the table, unfortunately. Okay, these guys got to step up. Shoot them. I think we can hold a lot of others in reserve for now. I'm second guessing how far back that is, so I want to move them up. I want to move them up. I want to move them up. Move them all up here. So yeah, unfortunately my cav is getting there. I should have moved him closer anyways, but I think the cav kind of just have to eat it at this point. Not really what I meant to do either. Uh-oh. This is quite the alignment they have here. There is a 3rd brigade. Oh, here it is. Yeah, we want to bring them right up there like that. Here, we're going to get our skirmishers back. Same thing, we're going to get their skirmishers back. Okay, try to attack here. Try to attack here. I know that Cav does not like being shot by artillery. Apparently this Cav doesn't like being shot at all. They may break. Alright. Okay. Yeah, they're gonna break, but I don't know what else to say. Looks like one of the brigades over here might have already. Come on, keep pushing. Okay, they broke. We're gonna move them up. We're gonna move them up. Where is that brigade? I cannot find it. Is it running? Is that why? Maybe it's just here and I just didn't order it up. That would make sense too. Alright. Really got to send these guys up. Looks like we just scattered everyone in front of us. Here, we'll send up Stovals. Actually not sure if these guys actually might be charging. No, they're not. They broke. Okay. In that case, we need to follow that up with that. I'm gonna follow that up. Need to follow that up. We need a lot of things to happen here. Try to engage them as well. Alright, so I'm going to try to have everybody push up here. They're still engaged. I really want them at short range, though. They just waltz right on up. Poor David Jones, yet again. I'm going to have to send that brigade home, I think, to, or back from whence they came, because they have gotten beat up. Clayton Sr., it's the same story. These guys look like they just they broke, but they had the possibility of coming back, I guess. I can't even see who all is in here. Okay. These guys really need to make some time. Maybe these guys can come up. Griggs really needs to get moving. Alright, we're gonna move them up. Okay, this should be moving up here. No? Oh. Oh, that's Stuart's cavalry. Alright. Well, that infantry may get away. I don't think the artillery is going to have any such luck, though. Alright, David Jones can hang back. I don't know where the beat-up brigade... Okay, so this is the beat-up brigade. It's Clayton. Okay, Jackson broke... I feel like he breaks easily in this game. It's alright, but... Alright, they should just absolutely tee off on everyone. Stuart's flank has been solidified a bit. We're going to get them in contact with that fence, because that will give them a morale bonus. Alright, these guys should get moved up. If that doesn't work, we're just going to send them back into their parent unit. Alright, we shot the battery off. We're going to move them up. We're going to have these guys move up and engage them. Maybe they can park themselves on the fence, but that should probably be the extent of it. Alright, they're broke. Alright, we might just end up kind of snowball routing the rest of this force. I do want to try to seize more guns. Since I'm not building, since I'm not really researching them, I figure, you know, in battle, might as well try to take them. Cheaper, I think, than building them. Okay, we'll see if they can seize them. Alright, we're just going to bring your skirmishers back, because I can do other things with them. Yep, they're going there. You send yours there, you do the same. Stuart is stable for the time being. Actually, we'll try to get him up on that artillery. And send them up, start engaging. Alright, what can we do with the rest of these? Guess we'll try to... Oops. Not sure what I just did there. Okay, that was not the right thing to do, but here, we'll move that artillery over there. So there are some left. Have them try to deal with that. I don't know what... Really not sure what I'm doing here. Okay, they're moving up there, and I think it's something of a matter of time before we get on these guys. Let's see. Jackson's panicked. For reasons only known to him. Alright, this artillery has had a better time doing other things. Speed it up a little bit here. Okay, let's just move up together. Let's see, down here. Yeah, I think it's Pawn Jr. Alright, there is a 3rd Brigade somewhere, I guess. A 3rd Brigade from Pawn Jr. Oh, it's Jackson who's back there. Oh, Anderson, I guess. Back and broken and all the rest. Okay, it's not what I meant to do. That's more of what I meant to do. Go get them. Go get them. I'm gonna run in here and try to take the sunken road. Okay. Yeah, and I think this might just end up being like the last battle where I kind of just have to wait for some of them to rout and retreat. All that good stuff. Alright, so they'll take that. Okay. We'll try to take those guns. And... Alright, so I'm going to pause you while I try to clean up here. I'm not sure if they're going to make me actually knock these brigades out or not, but that might be the end of this one. Okay. I didn't have to pursue him very far, or very long. So, yeah, the plan of getting in there. Man, they showed up with a lot more troops than predicted, but when you're able to concentrate and they're dispersed, you're able to do those kinds of things, and they lost a ton of artillery. So, we'll find out when we get in just how much we captured. So this was a pretty unsuccessful attempt to show off what can happen in campaign mode. Let's see how long the video's been going. It's been going about 42 minutes, which is kind of about right. So this may end up being a wrap for this video, and I will try once again to show what's going on the campaign map, but the battles have kind of come fast and furious the last month or so in game. So we'll see. You know, if we end up taking Frederick and maybe Baltimore or Washington, then I don't know. I don't know if that'll lead to more battles or to an ebbing of things, but let's find out what spoils we got. We got 37 guns, so that's not bad at all. And let's get our icons back so we can have some idea as to what's going on. Yes, yes. And, alright, so we know that. And, yeah, these forces are supposed to link up at Grafton. And, I don't think whoa. See? That's weird. I don't want anybody moving backwards like that. Nope. We're not falling back. Has there always been a 50 times speed? Man, I cannot remember what the heck I'm doing there. Okay, we're going to go for Frederick here. Same thing. But yeah, there are 3 armies here, but only 2 of them were engaged in that last battle. 37th Army. It's pretty insignificant. Let's see, this is everything else. Those are those events. We are back in Cincinnati here, so that's fine. I think we're going to bring these guys to Louisville. Market is being repaired. Oh no. Might build another one here. Let's see. Okay. I don't understand. Did I not? What's going on here? There we go. Okay. We got a market there. See if that can sort out some of these issues. But it looks like there are a lot of issues there that need to get sorted out. Supply alert. Jeez, you ain't kidding. Yeah, it's one of the problems I've run into. It's hard to keep armies supplied here. Keep running out. Might see if we can do anything up north. Stay supplied and still push St. Louis, because that would be a nice prize. Oh, I guess by repaired they just meant constructed. I thought it had been raided. Alright, we can push that back. Whoops. Sorry, Hampton's division. And, you know, like, much of this army. It's 7,500. It's Army of Pennsylvania. Not sure I'm loving this. Alright, let's pull back to here. Appears for now we're kind of okay. See if we can send them via the railroad. "37th Army, 7,500. Yeah, we gotta get our readiness back as well. So we'll have them move up. Just issue the halt order here. Railroad looks alright for now, so we're gonna send them over here as well. Yeah, we're gonna use the railroad. It's smart. Alright, we'll see if we get a battle kind of randomly just popping up. They're going back for this, man. I'm gonna let them have it. Yes, all the above. How are finances looking? Yikes. What can we do? Infrastructure reform always looks like market reform. How far away? Oh, 16,000 more in subsidies. Subsidized industry is another one that I think would be a good use of industry. It's a lot of demand for that one. Waiting orders, 100% supplied, 100% supplied. All right, so maybe this is the way we go in then. And hopefully, actually, you know what? Let's not do that. Let's wait till we're both in the green here. And then we'll move out together. All right, Chase is here. It's a fairly big army. I do want to take Evansville. No particular reason, but it's near the border. Could serve as a buffer. Yeah, so again, this is like so stupid. I mean, we're outnumbered 14,000 to 9,000. Yeah, with those odds, I'm not sure we have that good of a chance, but that'll definitely be for a future video. It's going to wrap this one here, and I'll bring you back for the next one.